Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
Time for our tale of the tape. Joe Calzaghe tipped the scales at 167 pounds even. He's 6 foot tall with a reach of 73 inches. And he'll be facing the Dark Destroyer, Nigel Benn. He comes in at 177 centimeters tall with a 185 centimeter reach.
There is no joke about this. Someone is going to get hurt, the other is going to get embarrassed.
It's no wonder the Dark Destroyer. So much hype surrounding this fight, and now it is go time.
I'm so giddy, so excited.
We have high hopes and aspirations for this fight. That punch scores. Nice right jab. Good counter punch. There's not a seat to be had in this arena, Johnny. It's got that big fight feel, doesn't it?
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
They drop their guard, they get caught. They exchange punches. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Looking to land the hook. Can't find a home for that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talking about Calzaghe in that last round. You know that bell was sweet. And there's the bell for round 2. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Crazy, Johnny, but this slugger's game plan appears to be hit me in the face as many times as you want, and right when you get tired of it, I'm going to catch you with a counter and knock you out.
Tactics out of the window. These guys just want to brawl.
Punch, counter punch. Nice counter shot. Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Oh, and Joe Calzaghe just took a heavy shot. How is the puller right there? Can you believe this? Joe Calzaghe in some serious trouble. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those...
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. The pride of Wales in some real trouble. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Calzaghe. There's the bell for round 3. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice job blocking the hook. Nope, that uppercut does not score. That counter shot lands. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Missing with that right hook. Calzaghe just got rocked. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
King Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter shot. Swing and a miss with the jab. Can the Dark Destroyer get out of this dark place? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. And this might be the beginning of the end for Joe Calzaghe. Let's talk about Calzaghe in that last round. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Time they throw a shot, they get countered. That jab doesn't score. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Do you believe what we are seeing? The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
The Dark Destroyer now in a very dark place. Heavy shots, and Nigel Benn goes down. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Talking about Ben in that last round. You gotta wonder how big of a factor that. Time for the 5th round. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they gonna come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. We've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you're gonna get knocked out. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down?
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Nigel Benn has been rocked. How did they not go down?
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do you do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what? I'm just that notch above you. And so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They both want to highlight. Whoa, wait a minute. Oh, no. Nigel Benn in big trouble. The Dark Destroyer goes down. He caught him with that body shot, and it froze him in his tracks. Look at this again.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Talk about Ben in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Wait around now, relax. Just keep him on the inside jab.
Here we go in the 6th round. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
They exchange punches. Jab misses. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. Do you know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous? That is what writes our history books.
Blocks the jab. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Good defense to block the hook. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Don't worry about that round. Don't worry. Okay, I'm happy.
Here we go. It's round 7. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. It hurts. And you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. So much firepower here. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Combination doesn't score in that instance. Dark Destroyer now in a very dark place. Nigel Benn overwhelmed with power, and down he goes. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
I need to see that again.